Welcome to our conversations. So, the first thing I'd like to, of course, talk about is how to be happy. Well, it always seems like a very elusive task, but being happy is actually the key to progress and even success. We really try to, like imagine that we need to be successful to be happy, but it's actually the opposite is actually true. So I've seen a lot of people do go through and suffer mental health, and sometimes I may not really always understand it because I cannot say that maybe I've experienced like extreme depression, but I've experienced extreme sadness, and I know what it means to lose. I know what it means to want something and not be able to have it, or to be in an environment that's very disenabling. And so I know what it means to overcome such emotions personally. And I think usually as we grow up, we get a little bit disappointed by who we are or what we've become. And so we we feel very disappointed, and that becomes the subject of our focus. But what I have learned now over time is to focus on the great things and amazing things, for which that's why I take a lot of selfies. So you actually write down a list of the things that are so amazing about you. Everyone has like really nasty things about themselves. For me, I am quite I have an attitude problem, but I also have some really great traits about myself. So what I do truly is to focus on the really amazing stuff about myself. It really, and it's starting to become such a habit that I don't really think negative stuff, because when you start to think anything negative, when you feed it, it becomes exactly who you are. So one is to actually think amazing stuff about yourself. Hang out with people who make you feel really good about yourself. A lot of times we hang out with people who are constantly putting us down or making us feel really bad about ourselves, and that is actually the beginning of trouble. And so the first thing actually is to find people who make you happy, listen to things that encourage you, and focus on action, like do something, action. When you're in motion, you don't have time to think about things that are stressful. Thank you for listening to me. Subscribe.